Hi, this is Dr. Clemen Chiang, founder of Spiking, the world's only software that tracks insider trading. Now, before making any investment, you need some form of knowledge. Welcome back. I'm really excited to see all of you here today. Welcome for joining us to this very, very powerful 2 days program. And before we get started, I want to encourage all of you to have your video camera turned on so that we can see you, and likewise you can engage with the rest of your classmates. And of course, before we even get started, make sure you're really prepared over the next 2 days what it takes to accomplish the mastery of wealth. So I want to welcome all of you. There are 3 groups of students among us here today. Number 1, those of you who've been there, done that, fought through the wars with me, battle tested. I want to welcome all of our Spiking subscribers, our members who trade with us through the Cozy Live Trading. Thank you very much for joining us once again. The second group of students, those of you who are first time learning from your teacher right here, I want to welcome you on board. And I can assure you, if I'm your very first teacher that teach you how to invest in the stock market, you are on the right track. You are on the right track to very, very profitable trades. And I want to welcome the third group of you. Those of you kind of been there, done that, but you're trying to get a hang of, holy moly, how do we internalize so much powerful knowledge over the 2 days? I want to welcome you back again. You're revisiting, you're sitting through again, you want to seek clarification on certain concepts, certain ideas, and I want to welcome you on board as well. Welcome to all of you. And before we get started, let's pay our greetings to one another. Go to the gallery view. You can see your neighbors on your left, on your right. The guy above you, beneath you. 3, 2, 1. We're going to pay our greetings right now. And everybody say hello! Welcome back. Welcome back. Awesome, awesome. Thank you. And while we are waiting to start the class, some of you are still not having your camera on yet. And I want to highlight this very important point. We are extremely, extremely strict that you have to stay through the class. If not, you will not enjoy the benefit of participating in the Q&A. So at any point in time, if your video is off and you kind of, we can't see you, you'll be put into the waiting room, all right? So please take this very seriously. I do not want to disrupt your learning experience, but it is important that you take part with us as well. Now, with that being said, I'm going to switch over to my master slides right now. Fast track to high profit trading, mastering short-term strategies for 5 to 100% in just 1 day. Now, what we've done, we've broken down over a span of 2 days, over a span of 10 modules. Now, these are very structured modules so that I want to make sure we go through the process that we don't miss out any information, all right? And at any point in time, we also refer to our software, we refer to our Q&A on the Twitter. We're going to go here and there, kind of make sure you're really acquainted, you know how to navigate fast. And that's the reason why you should be watching me on your desktop, not on your mobile device. You should be watching me on your big desktop, on your personal computer. And then what you do on your mobile device is where you log into your Twitter to fire off the question, all right? This is very important. And I'll give you some other tips. So for a start, before we even dive into the class, you know, my angels would like to take attendance with all of you. Can all of you please look in front of the camera, make sure you are really turned on. And those of you, once we take a picture, you are not inside there, you'll be moved into the waiting room immediately. I give you one last chance, all right? We are taking a serious attendance right now. Look in front of the camera in front of you. You can see your picture fully displayed. And angels, ready? 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Okay, we've taken the attendance, and here we go. We're going to start off this way, and this is super, super important, and let's check this out. My name is Clemen, and you can call me teacher, and I'll be the one instructing you over the next 2 days. This is really, really important for you to get to know us and for us to get to know you much better as our student. Now, over here, these are my academic credentials where I feel I can contribute to your journey of investing, especially on trading, which is really, really important. It involves a lifetime of constant and never-ending pursuit of knowledge. Now, this is really, really important to show and demonstrate to you. Your 2 days doesn't end here. Your 2 days start from here. And there's many fascinating things that we can learn from the market together. Number 1, the spiking class etiquette. Keeping your video on, super important. Number 1, you have to keep your video camera on because it enhances engagement between us. You can watch the facial expression, the nuances, and all these little details. That's the reason why we encourage you to do so. Number 2, it encourages accountability. You're accountable to the class, to your teacher, to your fellow classmates, which is so important. Once you're accountable, thereby you give yourself a higher standard of bearing as a student. Number 3, it builds connection. And you know, You know, I've been traveling to meet our students from different cities this year, and kind of the feeling is really, really tremendous because seeing the person and kind of a high five, shake the hand is really transformational because it beats nothing than a handshake and what we couldn't express over the Zoom meeting, all right? So that's the reason why we also try to make it the best experience for you by ensuring that you keep your cameras on. Next, please ensure that you are able to visit your Twitter app on your mobile device. This should be a Twitter app installed on your mobile device, not on your desktop. And this is the place that we're going to do our Q&A. It's going to be fast and furious. In fact, Twitter right now today is the de facto news. It is the news. Totally unbiased, totally objective. And with recent changes on Twitter, they are kind of telling you any single media out there that's funded by the government or affiliated by the government, they declared it on the Twitter profile. So you're going to have a very balanced view of what is real news versus what is fake news. And that's why from our very own class, we're going to get you a heads up on start using Twitter account, all right? So this is the place to go to Twitter. And with that being said, I'll fire off the first tweet so that you guys can respond to me, and I'm going to show you how we do that, all right? So this is my Twitter account once you log in, and I will just go and fire off the first tweet. Welcome, all right? Are you ready for the class? If yes, please comment or like below. All right? This is the tweet I'll be sending out. You're seeing in real time. And I'm going to give you a chance. I have not fired off the tweet yet because I want to see who is really fast in responding on Twitter. You should be looking at Twitter on your mobile phone. And once I fire off the tweet, we can see literally who's the first one to respond, all right? I'm going to count down for all of us. 3, 2, 1. Sending the tweet away. And here we go. Send now. And there you go. The tweet has been fired away. And I want to see who's really fast in responding. If you can comment, we can even see the time that you comment on this particular tweet. And looks like Jeffrey Yee, congratulations, you're the first to respond. My very good student. And you are super fast, supersonic. And let's see, as I click refresh, you can see Tony responded. And sometimes, you know, you don't put your full name. I can't address you correctly. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what's the full name for global. Lee Hong, welcome back. Bokui, welcome back. Good to see you. John Lim, welcome back. Daniel Tong, welcome. And I do a refresh, and you see how this thing plays out really fast, 15 seconds. Penkit, good to see you back. And Sue, welcome. And we have Tat Yong and Ryan Wong, welcome back. And Nick, good to see you. Nicola, welcome back. And of course, we have Johnson, welcome back. We have Philip, Boone, Rose, good to see all of you. And we have Eltin, Layong, and I go down, Minal, Frederick, Sue. And you see how fast this is, like instantaneous. And I'm not too sure this is a crypto trader. And we have Chong Sin Hui, should be Sin Hui or Chong. Welcome back to all of you, right? So this is the one that give you the warm-up. Those of you who have not done so yet, please practice it. Take every chance to do your practice. I brief you on a Q&A. There will be sessions allocated throughout the next 5 hours. Time for you to ask questions and so on. The next thing is please very quickly scan this QR code where it gives you direct access to our Spiking Angels. All right? You can also visit at spi.ke/help. And you see a verified green tick, which is our official Spiking WhatsApp account. So you get to see all this in real time. Again, this is another way for our team to support you in terms of logistics. Now, what kind of questions you should ask our angels? They should be questions related to logistics, preparation, follow-up, access to courses, and so on, all right? Please do not post any trading questions to our angels. The angels will not answer any of your trading questions because they are reserved exclusively for me, your teacher, all right? So for anything related to investment and trading, you should ask the teacher directly. But non-trading, non-investment related questions, please get help from our Spiking Angels. And this is how we come in to support you, all right? So once you got that, please make sure you save that as a new contact in your address book within your mobile phone device, all right? And you can save it and you can see our name, our phone number, everything is verified across there. Really, really powerful stuff to let you know you are really engaging with the right party. So once you're done that, very good. And before we even go to the course syllabus, one big reminder to all of you. Now, there are two big topics. There's two big questions that's really, really the common popular questions that students love to ask us. Number one, hey angels, hey teacher, will there be any recording of the 2 days class? Let me tell you the pro and con of replying to your question. The moment I tell you there's a recording, your mind switches off. And many of you who depended on watching the recording, let me tell you, your heart and your mind is really not into investment and trading, even though we make the recording available to you. All right? It is available to you, but your question shouldn't be asked at the very beginning whether there's recording, because your mind straight away switch off. And that's no good. I want you to really focus and concentrate. Don't think there's a recording there, you're going to refer it sometime later. You are not going to do that. Let me tell you up front. I've seen many students done that, and they fail to follow through. You are not going to become one of them. What you should do, you should say, yes, today is a live class, I'm going to follow through throughout, so that my mind is really focused just for these 2 days. Over the next 10 hours, day 1, 5 hours, day 2, 5 hours, total 10 hours. And through this 10 hours, you give me a very, very great foundation to start off the journey. All right? So I answered the question on recording availability, and this is where we dive into the course curriculum. Now, you do not have to take down any notes. We're going to follow a very structured module starting from here. Day 1, understanding the market and identifying opportunities. You see, day 1, you are being acquainted to what exactly is a stock market. Why people are really interested to invest in the stock market, and they don't kind of look at many other opportunities or choices out there. Because this is the proven of choice instrument by billionaires and millionaires, and that's why this is a 200 years old product that's proven. It's a wealth product. And it is so important that it becomes the foundational block regardless of what's happening in the marketplace. Your journey starts from understanding the stock market. So we're going to show you what the stock market is all about and how to identify the opportunities. Day 1, Module 1, Introduction to High Profit, Short-Term Trading. Now we're going to make a big distinction between high profit versus low profit, right? I mean, there are high profit, there are also low profit. What is considered really high? Now, that is the chasing of the profit. But you must always match that with the amount of time it takes you to get there. Is it short-term trading or long-term investing? Again, there are distinctions. So what is the exact strategy that we should take on in relation to module number 1? We're going to give you a quick introduction to that. And then module number 2, the key players and consistent profits. Who really are the real players in the marketplace? And how do they consistently generate profits like 10, 20, 30 years throughout their lifespan? And it's a very, very powerful concept, because when we enlarge the time and spread over like decades of experience, majority of them you will see produce consistent profits. But if you shorten the time and you micro window the timing from 1 week, 1 month, 1 quarter, then there will be extreme volatility. We're going to manage this together. Module number 3, stock price spikes and their causes. We're going to go in depth, show you how to plot out the charts, what's happening behind the stock charts, and what exactly is the meaning when we say a stock price has spiked, either spike up or spike down. And what are the catalysts? We can call it causes, the reasons, the triggers. Common language we use will be catalysts. What event will trigger a stock price to spike? Day 1, Module 4, finding stock price spikes. This is based on the methodology that we have crafted out and perfected and still perfecting over the last 20 years. It is what I call the holy grail of investing. And it doesn't stop us, whether you're short-term trading or long-term investing, you still have to pursue the holy grail of making money, of accumulating wealth. We will show you that Day 1, Module 4. Day 1, Module 5, we're going to talk about timing and execution. This is the one that's really holding many traders back because they got overwhelmed by the nitty-gritty details of where to press the button, what feature, what functions to trigger, and things like that. We hope we can resolve that over the next 2 days. Day 2, practical application and time squeeze trading. In fact, this 2 days class is really designed right smack in the middle of the trading week. And there'll be many opportunities. But the practical application is where it goes back to your preparation for today's class. Have you set up your brokerage account? Have you funded your brokerage account to start trading with real money? If not, the practical application will be really restricted to just paper trading for you. And as well, more importantly, the time squeeze trading. Day 2 of Module 1, review and practical application. We're going to review what we've done today. This is Day 1. Tomorrow will be Day 2. So there'll be before, during, after the opening bell. Every step what we need to do, we're going to show you that on Day 2 of Module 1. Day 2 of Module 2, introduction to the art of time squeeze trading and why this is the highest form. This is the one that got me to think out of the box and say, hey, I think there's a sea of anomaly out there that we should take advantage of, and I want to take this opportunity to share with you. Day 2 of Module 3, implementing time squeeze trading techniques. Now, there are many techniques that we have operationalized on our trading platform or the software. These are updates that we want to present to you and kind of give you many new ideas, new updates, new features that we launched recently as well. Day 2 of Module 4, case studies and real-life examples. This is the most important. This is the one that you're going to go out there and collect your winning trophies and start accumulating your badge of honor. Every single trade that you make between 5 to 100% profit return in just 1 day, this is your real life example. And once we've done that, Day 2 of Module 5, developing a personal trading plan. This is the hot favorite. I hope to spend more time with you on developing your personal trading plan, as well as your personal trading table, your environment that you trade, which is so important to cultivate good habits. Now, once you've done that, then and only then, we are ready to commence on the class. Now, I give you a good flavor of what's going to happen in the next 2 days. I hope you guys are all ready. And the way we do our countdown, I must show you the video that inspired the whole generation, all right? So once you're ready, please take note of this video. We're going to play it. 3, 2, 1, check this out.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff of L-87. Go Falcon, go, go. Vehicle is pitching downrange.
All right, we can see the landing burn has begun. Landing zone coming into view for the first stage. Again, this is the first flight for this booster and first landing attempt.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
And as you can see, a picture-perfect landing of this first stage booster.
I try so hard to fade away.
And you've seen that is just a miracle by itself, the ability to launch and return back to planet Earth just in a perfect standstill position. You know, this is such an inspiring video. You can watch it many, many times and you just look at it as this has defied physics. This is so amazing. And I hope, likewise, your journey for investing is the same. We'll take you to the moon and you still have to come back to planet Earth, really safe, stable, feeling peaceful, feeling very cozy about the whole experience. So with that in mind, we can start off our class right now. All right? So I hope all of you are ready. The way to prepare and really dive into the class goes this way. You must have your personal diary with you or your writing pad, all right? So mine is a electronic version. Now, some of you may do it in a different method. I'm not too sure what is your tool, but it is very, very important that, you know, you have yours all ready to set up. Now, why is that so? Because writing, there's a psychology behind it. And that's the reason why all my trades are kept inside this electronic book, which I access at any point and is synced to the cloud. I want to encourage you to have a physical book or electronic book as long as you are physically writing it down, all right? Now, what should you write down, which is so important? What you should be writing down are questions that you want to ask. Certain concepts, when I present to you, you kind of sit there and wondering, hey, I need some clarification on this. I need the teacher to expound much more on this. I really need to know what's going on. So the question you have on your mind is probably the same question on everybody's mind. All right, so do not be afraid to ask. I'll give you all chance to present your questions. So that's the reason why this is so important, so that I will keep teaching, and while you have to keep writing so that later on you can review and check back. All right? So to give you the confidence, every hour there will be a Q&A allocated where time will be allocated to address key questions that you have, and we quickly dive in to solve them one by one. Then once we go through this, we are kind of used to the whole momentum, the whole flow of presentation. Then we get ready for the opening bell, which is at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is about 2 hours from now. And once the bell opens, we're going to observe the market for a while, and then we're going to come back to our course curriculum. We're going to fire off the first trade itself, all right? So that sets the benchmark. With that, let me come back right here. Day one, understanding market and identifying opportunities. This is the first initial introduction to you. What is the stock market all about? And how do you go about identifying all these opportunities out there that's basically well funded by public listed companies? They are producing great products and services, and in turn, you are investing into them. All right? With this very, very simple introduction, I'm going to lead you to day one, module one, introduction to high profit, short-term trading. Day one of module one, introduction to high profit, short-term trading. Now, this is the kickstart. The moment we say high profit and short-term trading, many individuals struggle because they are so used to not high profits but normal profits, conservative profits. Maybe they are thinking in the range of between 1 to 10%. Now everybody's experiences is going to be different, but there's a big emphasis on high profits with short-term trading. Now, how do we dive in to give you clarity on this area? I'm going to show you real-life classic examples so that as you go through with me, then you realize, oh, there are actually many examples out there that demonstrate, hey, number one, high profits. Number two, short-term trading versus long-term investing. How do I organize my whole thinking and my whole psychology to manage the conundrum of two? Now, it's a question of dollar value versus timing. So in order for us to do that, we must take you through the definition. Here we go. Day 1 of Module 1, defining stock market investing and short-term trading. Now, the moment we go about defining it, we have to go through the past precedents of the stock market. Now, one of the easiest way for us to do that is by looking at the stock chart. So everyone right now follow with me to go to finance.yahoo.com. That's one of the ways to go there. But once you arrive at the website, you kind of been really complicated because there are many things to click and you can't decide which are the ones that you should click to get the correct answer, right? So I'm going to show you a much easier way, and the easier way is this. We're going to start out by going to our software, spiking.com/wealth. This is always our starting point. Spiking.com/wealth, and there you go. You will always visit this link first. You may want to bookmark it, save it on your browser, and make sure you already set up the credentials to log in successfully. And all this should be done before the class, and any point in time you need help, quickly WhatsApp our angels and they'll help you through with it, all right? So once you arrive there, you see this is the default page. I'm going to use one simple example to demonstrate to you how to open up the stock chart. First, we always go to this box right here, search for company or investor, and I'm just going to type in Tesla, since you watched the video on SpaceX. And I'm going to come here, click on Tesla, and there you go. It opens up, all right? So the shortcut for you to open up the Yahoo chart is found right here. View Yahoo chart. This button is always displayed there whenever you visit any publicly traded stocks. Right now we're looking at Tesla. You'll definitely see View Yahoo chart, and just click on the link and you open up a chart like this. There you go. This is the starting point, all right? Now, the challenge is most of you, your charts are not configured correctly according to how we want to teach you. So, please go with me right now to the top right hand corner. There's this place called Settings. And do that while we are going through the class together so that you don't lose the momentum. Click on Settings, and you should have all this selected for selection of the blue. Please proceed to do that now. And one more very important reminder, you should not be looking at a chart on an iPad or a mobile device. Please do not cultivate this habit. It is too small. The stock chart must always be looked upon on a big desktop, like a big PC, all right? So Mine is stretched across left to right, top to bottom. My entire screen is filled with the chart. Now once you configure that, the next place is make sure you selected candle right here. And these are the time periods. They have like 1 day, 5 day, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, year to date, 1 year, 2 year, 5 year maximum, all right? Now I want you to select maximum. And after you select the maximum, the interval 1 week will be auto selected for you. So once you've done that, we're going to go to the top right hand corner under this place called code lookup, and go inside there, type in DJI, Delta Juliet India, DJI, which essentially stands for the Dow Jones Industrial. All right, so you have done that, DJI, and it will suggest to you, look at the index Dow Jones Industrial, DJI, right? Go and select on it, and there you go. You should see exactly what I'm seeing. There shouldn't be any variance, meaning to say, on the bottom left, you will see 1992. That was the first year the data was made available to us, right? 1992. On the bottom right, you see 2024. So make sure yours is organized exactly like mine. And then generally, the chart should look kind of in the same shape as mine. If it's not in the same shape, means the way you configure your windows, your screen, your magnification is not correct. Because you need to see it logically like what everybody in the world is looking at. That's why technical chart, it is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Everybody looking at the same thing. Okay? Now, I shown you this, and what can you learn? Straight off, you take out your calculator, 2023 minus 1992. And what is your answer? You are looking at a 30-year period. This is what the chart is able to show us right now, based on the availability of data. It is a 30-year period that's defined in 3 segments. Ready? Here we go. The first segment is this part here, where the market goes up. Very easy to see, easy to make money. 8 years of solid growth, 1992 to 2000, 8 solid years of growth. Second segment, we're going to draw it this way. This is where you start to go sideways. 2000 all the way to 2013. Then it start to break away from the red box. That's the period where kind of very challenging to make money, but all in, you go through, plow through that 13 years. And that is very, very important to understand and to recognize it. Next, the continuation of the growth, starting from here all the way to the top right corner, right? So here we go. Boom. It continues. That's what I call the 3 parts. Now our job at the very beginning is to understand where do we belong. Because if we can get into the right place at the right time, making money is really, really easy. How many of you realize that? Wave your hands. Just wave your hands. I can see you guys waving your hands in front of the video. And this represents to you a long-term investing period. you stretch your time. And there are always three parts. Up, sideways, and then up again. Now question, do you ever see over a long period of time, the market goes down? Right? You don't see that. But if I shorten the time period, this place here, then you get to see this part here, the market goes down, right? For 1 to 2 years. 2007 to 2009, 2 years of down. Those are the parts that you want to capture. This part here also, sideways, and then move down. Those are the parts. This part also here, there's a big drop here because of the pandemic, right? Now, those are restricted to between 1 to 3 years. Typically, maximum 4 years, because why? The pain usually can't last more than 4 years because it represents the US democracy system. Every 4 years, you have a presidential election. The president who can't deliver, boom, he's fired, voted out of office, new president comes in, inject new life into the stock market, the trend continues like this. This is how you understand the stock market. Okay? Now, once you understand, okay, teacher, this is long-term investing, but end of the day, I need to make my short-term profits. I still have to struggle to make ends meet, and I got bills to pay. I understand perfectly. So when you see this, what is the big takeaway that you're going to have? And that is, over time, I take away all this. Am I not showing you like this? One straight line up. That's when you stretch. 30-year period, generally it still looks up. Yeah? This is the power of the capital market. Over time, it generally is going up. That's the reason why many people are attracted to the idea of long-term investing. How many of you heard of this concept called long-term investing? Yeah? You say, oh, I want to invest long-term because they understand 10, 20, 30 years, the market generally goes up. But the moment they go into the market, the reality kicks in because you still have to look at the short-term performance. Short-term performance will be volatile, but long-term, you stretch 10, 20, 30 years, generally it goes up. All right? So this is the part. Now, the moment you see it this way, then and only then you begin to realize, oh, yes, it is going up, but along the way, by the way, there'll be periods where it kind of go down, like here, down here, go down here, go down, right, down here, go down. There'll be this kind of periods. Then it is really boiled down to what is the strategy that we're going to adopt that can kind of get us through, I call it the period of the Red Sea. This is the period you need to get through, all right? So, once we do that, then you begin to understand, holy moly, this is so important, teacher, and maybe I should begin to draw on the chart. So I'm going to give you the homework right now, the very first exercise. Using the tools that you have, because I'm not using my annotation tool. My annotation tool is a very powerful one. But I'm going to show you how to use the tool found within Yahoo Finance. Right here, it's called Draw. Please go with me together to draw. All right? And you can draw the line. You can select the color. And get all these tools made available to you on the top left-hand corner. All right? So what am I going to ask you to draw? Let me just refresh mine because I'm going to show you how to draw this. And I'll give you some time to post it out on Twitter. This is your first homework. You're going to draw the 3 zones, starting with the rectangular box. Please make sure you follow through on the really important details, which is starting from here. Year 2000, That was the dot-com crash. That was the first year I started investing. And we're going to draw across so that it captures all these red candles inside my red box until you cannot capture anymore, right? So this is your step one. You always learn to draw this box first. Then your step 2, step 3, it gets really easy. Just start from the bottom left, come close to the red box, just start from the top right, go to the top right there, and there you go. You have a very simple table like this, and I'm going to give you like 1 minute to draw this box and then post it out on the Twitter. All right? Then you end off by typing 30-year period. And once you draw finish, learn how to do screen capture. Command-Shift-4 is what you press on your keyboard. And then you can select the whole thing. Done. I screen capture it. And now I shall wait for all of you to complete your drawing. And once you're done, please post it out on the Twitter, the first tweet I shared with you just now. You have 1 minute.
Alright. Hey, I'm looking for a couch to crash on. Until night shouldn't be the night I go home with anyone. Been out walking on a rough patch now, but I must say, living on the edge of things has been kind of fun. Look, there's a booze right here, one or a few on there. Man, did you see me though? 'Cause the short put on the show. I'm dancing on the tables and I must say I got a taste for living out. I'm glancing at the haters and I know they wish they did the shit I did tonight. You wanna break some things, alright. All of the cups are on a side. You wanna drink 'cause I can buy. You're dancing on the table, so am I. I'm not usually the one who acts out. All those crazy little things we all kind of dream about. Good thing we are running out of sunlight. It's not necessary for these guys to know all about. Look, there's a booze right here, one or a few on there. Man, did you see me though? 'Cause the short put on the show. I'm dancing on the tables and I must say I got a taste for living out. I'm glancing at the haters and I know they wish they did the shit I did tonight. You wanna break some things, alright. All of the cups are on a side. You wanna drink 'cause I can buy. You're dancing on the table, so am I.
Okay, welcome back. And I posted on the same tweet. So the way we navigate for Twitter is I'm on still the same tweet. Welcome. Are you ready for the class? If yes, please comment or like below. All right, it's the same tweet. And I simply go to this place here to comment. Once I comment, and here we go. That's my picture. And I just screen capture it, Command-Shift-4 on the keyboard. And I post the picture here for reference. Now I refresh. I like to see your pictures as well, all right? So let me go down. Anyone done already? So let's see who's the first to post right here, right? You see, while we are doing all this, you guys got many issues like starting the PC, something breaks down, cannot open up the chart, and can't draw. You see, all these issues start to crop in. Right? Cannot draw. Like first time you're touching the computer. I'm lost. Where should I start? All right. So this is the part that You have to stay throughout the class. I already shown you all the steps really, really slow. And please make sure you all post your picture up here. All right, let's see who's the first students to post right here in this tweet. And here we go. No one yet. We got one. Nicola, look at this. Nice. So what Nicola done is, instead of drawing the arrow, he draw the 3 boxes right here. All right, very, very nice. So this is another way you can do it. And then he takes out his mobile phone to take a picture of it. Really beautiful, this one. All right, so that's good. And John Lim, very fast. He did exactly using the Yahoo Finance draw tools. And the big difference is this. You see his chart, he got many, many indicators shown there. That there's 2 indicators. Mine is a clean one. So try to keep your chart very clean for the purpose of this exercise. All right, well done. That's good for John. And Eltin also finished already. And Eltin chart is very, very clean. 1992. I'm not too sure how come cannot see 1992. And then right up there, 2024. All right, that's correct. And we go down. Okay? So, the very, very beginning of the class is to show you what is possible for the charts. And once you understand, that is possible to understand about long-term versus short-term, then now I'm going to show you the second chart. How do you show a short-term profit then? Long-term, we stretch over a 30-year period. Short-term, here we go. This is your Dow Jones Index. And then I move it here. This is your short-term chart. Now, this sticker is kind of interesting because why? This sticker represents a stock price spiking up from $7.50 to $24.50. This is like crazy, right over here, right? From here, it spiked all the way to the top. Now, that is your short-term profits. It is mind-boggling, and all you need to do is very simple. You just take maybe 27 point, this is 750, 2250. So you just take it as like this. It spiked all the way to 2250. I just round down. The profit equals to 2250 minus the day you enter before the big spike is 750. All right, and what do you get out of it? The profit equals to, so let me just type this out. 2250 minus 750, $15. Okay, now you have a profit of $15 like this, but what is your percentage? Your percentage is calculated this way. Here we go. Again, I'm really taking my own sweet time so that y'all can start drawing your pictures out there. And you're going to see this right here. You take 750. $15 divided by 750 equals to, that is your pure profit, divided by 750. That's equals to pure profit 200%. 200%. Okay, there you go. You all got the answer like mine? Those of you got the answer, can you please wave your hands? Mathematically, can you please go and press the calculator? Even though it sounds so simple, but mathematically, I want you all to go and press on the calculator, all right? So, let me highlight to you the big difference right here. You enter right here in this box. You buy low, 750. And you get out here, right here in this box, you sell high, 2250. You realize a pure profit of $15 per share. Now, when we calculate your percentage profit, you take your $15 per share divided by your cost of investment, 750. Your answer is 2. But in terms of percentage, you add 2 more zero behind. That's 200% pure profit return. And how long does it take that to happen? And let me finish off the last line. All this happens in just one day. All right? So, I'm putting this up in front of you by first looking at Dow Jones Index over a 30-year period. And then right now we are looking at this company, ticker symbol PRVB. You can see on the screen up there, it's called PRVB. And you can put on the same Yahoo Finance chart, and you'll see exactly like this. Then it sets you thinking, oh my gosh, if I can get this kind of profit in just one day versus the Dow Jones, I got to wait like 30 years. What should be my approach? And this is exactly what I've gone through as a trader and investor in the market, struggling between the two conundrum. Short-term profits versus long-term profits. Do we call it trading versus investing? What would be the ideal approach for us to take on? All right? So at this moment in time, I want you all to do this exercise on your own chart. You have to feel it yourself. All right? The stock chart for this particular example is PRVB. Company name is called Provention Bio. And you go through the entire description of it. Screen capture it one more time. And I'm doing that right now. And I'm going to put it on the same Twitter. All right, this tweet will be flooded. So it is your turn. You have 1 minute.
I don't know if you can see the bad things you do, and I'm losing every piece of respect for you. Yeah, you can make me laugh and cry just by being around. If heaven's door is open, it's 'cause you kicked it down. Every word you say, every smile you fake, I'll let you go. It's sad to see you feeding off the feeling. Every heart you break, every soul you shake, I'll let you go. It's you, not me, who's messed up now. When it's trouble in your paradise, all the girls get weaker just by looking at you. Those big brown eyes always take over the room. Yeah, you can make me laugh and cry just by being around. If heaven's door is open, it's 'cause you kicked it down. Every word you say, every smile you fake, I'll let you go. It's sad to see you feeding off the feeling. Every heart you break.
Okay, I see that not that many students are putting up the charts, which is the first very, very important part about understanding long-term versus short-term. I want to encourage you, please do so. I'm not too sure what is the part that you guys are stuck on, because this should be second nature. And once you start plotting out this way, drawing boxes, drawing arrows is what we're going to do over the next 2 days. You get used to the process first, all right? So going back here, this particular example right here, I'm going to show you the nuances behind it, all right? Now, we're going to go to the chart PRVB, and here we go, PRVB. We're going to come back right here. I'm going to duplicate my chart. PRVB. All right. So you're going to see this exactly floating right up there. The candles is really beautiful right up here, right? And we're going to do something interesting, right? Please watch. I'm going to go right here and click on 5 days. So I wait for you first. Step 1, go to your Yahoo Finance chart. And then go and look for this sticker PRVB. Type in PRVB at the code lookup area. You're going to go to this place here, code lookup area, and type in PRVB. Okay? Please do that right now. And once you've done that, we can move on to the next step. Okay? Ready? Good. So we're going to do this right now. Going to go 5 days. Click on 5 days. And then it will show exactly like this. All right? Now I want you to move it in such a way you can drag left and right. Left and right until the point in time you see the candles go completely crazy. This is what I need you to see. Bottom left, 10 of March. And I put my red box right there. You can see it very clearly. And of course, bottom right, you can see 10 a.m. Right? And this whole part is really, really important because I'm teaching you the foundation, long versus short term. Here we go. This is between 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Step 1, let's get this range correct first. All right? Now, how do we know that it's correct? You look at the bottom. This is a 9:30 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 p.m., 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m. This is what we call your intraday trading time period. From the opening bell to the closing bell, 9:30 to 4 p.m. Okay? You can also call it during live market. Okay? Now, once we got this established, then the phenomenon for a spike to take place is after the market closes. So you can see right over here, after 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you'll see the entire background changes, right? So this whole background here is darker in color. My screen is showing me like a purple background, right? There's a certain announcement that is being made, or certain good news, or certain approvals, the stock price spike up. So originally in our calculation was 750 to 2250, right? So you just put right over here, is spike up from here, boom, went up to here, 2250. And I can show you the entire journey like this, ding, and that is what's happening in the short-term period behind the scenes. Now, Why am I taking my time to really show you this is because the very, very first module got us thinking really hard. I have a choice today. And what is my choice? I can either make money long term over 30-year period like the Dow Jones Index, or I can make money short term in one day like PRVB right here, right? And one is a 200% profit return in one day. The other one is like over 30-year period. You have to see this big distinction so that we can really capture and really understand why there is always a conundrum between long-term investing versus short-term trading. So I'm going to go back to my Twitter right now. And here we go. And I'm on the same tweet, I'm going to tweet it out. All right. Here we go. And put it the same one right here. And I tweet it out. Right? And so far we've drawn 3 charts just to kind of show you, okay, this is how it goes long term, and then we show the 30-year period, and then we calculate the profit, and right now what goes on behind the scene is exactly like this. Now I put it out publicly on Twitter because why? They can't hear my voice. They're only seeing images. You are listening to me and I'm articulating to you the big distinction between these 3. How many of you know I'm saying with your hands? Yes? Now, this is the part, that's why I must be able to see what you're doing, that you're paying attention. So please watch. Very important. The 30-year period long term is to tell us there are always 3 periods. Stretch over 30 years, 2 out of 3, the market is going up, right? This is going up, and this is going up. The one in the middle is kind of going sideways. And during this box, this red box here, it forces us to think short term so that there's so much volatility. There's some kind of short term thinking that you need to think out of the box right here to survive this period. So traditionally, it's always there already. It's nothing new. It's just that nobody articulated it clearly. I'm articulating to you right now that short-term trading came about because in the past, there is a period where the market just goes sideways and everybody trying to squeeze their brain and say, how can I still make money during this sideways movement in the market? That's how short-term trading came about, all right? Then the second picture, right over here, is to minimally teach you how to calculate profits. Because we can talk about profits all night long, but numerically you don't press the calculator, you don't touch the numbers, you don't really understand what we are talking about. So we teach you the dollar profit is $15, the percentage profit, the profit divided by the cost of investment 750 is 200%, and how long it took? In just one day. And then in this chart itself, it really doesn't show you behind the scenes. We show you the third chart right here. This is exactly what's happening during the live market hours and after the bell closes during the post market hours. All right, 3 things shown right there. So the very first topic I'm teaching you here tonight is already so powerful because we were really defining the stock market investing and the short-term trading under day 1, module 1 of 1. I'm going to open up the floor right now for questioning so that we get this clear. Leave any doubts behind, but your question should be related to module 1 of 1, all right? So I'm going to go to Twitter right now and create a new tweet. It's called module 1 of 1, and here we go. Module 1-1. Do you have any questions? Here we go. And I just fire away. And once it's done, now I created a new tweet. So the moment I create a new tweet, This is entirely new, different from the welcome tweet just now. This is just focused on module 1-1. And then you have any questions, just come right here and type on your reply, right? So this is how we arrange it for you. You have 30 seconds to ask me any questions related to module 1-1.
Now I haven't been sure of this. It's supposed to be a bliss, being alone, being free in every way. Didn't know what I like the feel of it, putting out what you had lit. But let me tell you, these things don't hurt a bit, 'cause you see, I was all wrapped up in everything, but now that I'm out, I got wind under my wings. So tell me that you need me, I wouldn't bother. If you're with another man, I don't even care. Tell me that you saw me, my cold shoulder. It's yours since we're over. See, you got what you asked. I got wind under my wings. I got wind under my wings.
Okay, welcome back. And right now we got questions coming in, and here we go. From Sue, can you confirm the chart settings for us to have the same as you? So what we need to do for the chart setting is right here. Go to the settings, click on it, and you just have to make sure you have the 4 selected blue ticks. It's not exactly a blue tick, it's more you selected it and you turn blue color. So there are 4 of it. Extended hours, gray background, price details, and logarithmic. All right, make sure yours is exactly the same as mine, or else you'll be looking at a different formation of the chart. All right, so that's good. We solved the first one. Can we do this with one laptop? Now you can do on the laptop, it's just that it's smaller. Like, for example, when I'm traveling to different cities, all of my work is just done over a MacBook Pro, all right, a MacBook laptop, and it has everything that I need. But for longer duration, when you are trading on your own, you should always do it on a big screen. It's very, very healthy. Like mine, in my setup, I got 3 big screen and 1 big TV in front of me. All right, total 4 monitors I'm watching. In fact, my MacBook Pro is on the extreme right, plus a MacBook Pro. So I got 3 big iMac, 1 big TV, and 1 MacBook Pro. So this is where later part of the modules I'll be talking about your trading room. Setting up your trading room, making really, really comfortable. You come in, you know you're going to do a honest hard day's work and just working on the analysis, and your setup must be very, very comfortable, all right? So I don't encourage you guys to do long-term over laptop. It's bad for your eyes. You don't see as much as I do. Just as I share screen with you, you realize, oh my gosh, teacher is able to show so much things on his screen because I could use a big screen, all right? Can you please show again how you got to your first chart? So the first chart, I'm not too sure which part you guys are stuck with. So I started off by going to Tesla on our software. So going to Tesla on our software, just simply come inside here, type in Tesla, and then it will show you. And then there's a secret button here called View Yahoo Chart. That's all I did, right? And once I click the View Yahoo Chart, you'll open up exactly like this. Now yours may not be the same as mine because you have to change the ticker and type in DJI. DJI, and then the big chart will be shown, right? So those are the steps that you all have to do it. Next, can we use TradingView for charting also? Now, you guys can use any charting software out there. There are different charts available, but I can tell you, the more fanciful your chart is, you are really not looking at a chart. You are just distracting yourself with all the gimmicks all out there. And you look at my chart, it's very clean and pure. No fanciful colors, no lines, no indicators, what on the left, on the right, on the bottom, nothing. I practiced technical analysis for 3 years, and after that I realized that this is not for me. The more lines I put in front of me, the more confused I got. Because there's only that amount of capacity that your focus can draw upon. So take it from me and up to all of you. Some of you like to look at fanciful charts and make yourself look like damn busy, but I can tell you you're not really understanding anything. So keep it clean. And why should you use Yahoo Finance chart? Because it is live streaming. Later on when the stock market opens, you see the prices are moving up and down in a live dynamic fashion. And all this is free. You don't have to pay a single cent for it, all right? Next, how you screen before the spike. This is later on what I'll teach you. So don't have to worry about the method. But right now, we make it really easy for all of you. And that is this. You go to our spiking software right now, and just go and click on the spiking logo. So how do you arrive here? Spiking.com/wealth. Please do that right now. Spiking.com/wealth. So this is the part very, very challenging for me to handle, because some of you may come in late, come in at different times, and then you totally lost already. So that's why the punctuality is really, really important to me, all right? Go to spiking.com, and then go right up there, the spiking logo, click on it. You'll see exactly like mine, spiking up and down. How many of you seen this? Just wave your hands. How many have you on this on your computer already? Just wave your hands. Okay, good. So pay attention, huh? I'm going to do something interesting here. There's this date box here. Click on it. And I'm going to select from 1st January 2023 until today, 13th of April. Please do that together with me. 1st January 2023 to 13th of April today. All right? And click apply. And let it load. All right? Now, once you let it load, what you see is this. This is a fresh product that our engineers work very hard to deliver. You will see that our robot is out here to help all of us to capture the spikes before they happen. That means any one of Tabby is playing my things. Any one of these stocks here that display this logo called Daily Bread or Resurrection means our robot has detected it, inform us, please go in on this day to play it, and the very next day the stock price spike up. It's all shown here. This is to demonstrate the efficacy of our robot. So one of the very common question is, hey, how consistent is your robot performing and all that? Now the market will always change, will always be dynamic. We are not saying we have a crystal ball, but we are saying we are working very hard on the robot to train it so that it can identify for us the opportunities, what we should get in today so that tomorrow will spike up. And this is the results of the work of our robot. Look at all this. All this is predicted by a robot right up here. Okay? Now the percentage of it spiking up, the largest spike is 73% in one day. There's 57% one day, and these are predicted by a robot, all right? Then you have 50% one day, and thereby bring about a very important question. If there are stock prices spiking up every day, 5 to 100%, then all of our focus should be really go after all these opportunities. So the big question is, how many of these spikes up can we really capture? So if I scroll down right here, you'll see this. I go all the way down, I capture all this. That means the robot predicted it, and then the next day the guys spike up, all right? You go all the way down. Which are the ones that the robot missed is found right here. These are the ones that our robot missed. That didn't come with the Daily Bread logo or the Resurrection logo, all right? These are the ones that the robot didn't detect. So you are looking at two different things right now, right? For example, up there, the ones the robot predicted, and below, these are the ones that the robot failed to capture. Not that it failed, it's just that we are perfecting the Holy Grail. How many of you understand what I'm talking about? Just wave your hands. So I know you are following with me. Yes? Now, the question is it possible every day to capture all the spikes? What can we possibly do with it? And these are all great questions that you all start thinking about. And later I dive in much, much deeper for you. But you can see the distinction here. All right? So for those that our robot didn't catch, what else can we do to improve the robot so that we have a chance to capture it, right? Like for example here, this is at 261%, 182%, 174%, 158%, 136%, 135%, 123%. These are big spikes. But our robot didn't tell us to play them. All right? So this is what we want to learn over the next 2 days. What's the best way to design it? And I welcome all of your feedback. If you have any ideas that you can contribute, let us know. We'll build it for you. We have a whole team of engineers just working on this day in, day out. I'm working on this for the last 23 years of my life, all right? The moment I understand about Spike, that's it. I go all out to chase this. So thereby, we finish that question. All right, let's continue. Where should I get the chart at? finance.yahoo.com. I say it again, it's starting from here. Right? You go to our software, spiking.com/wealth. So y'all, please pay attention right now. Can I just make some noise? Okay, one last time, all right? And this requires discipline because you realize that how come the rest of my classmates are following and I'm not following, because you have to pay attention right now. Please stop whatever you are doing. I'll just explain one last time. Step one, always go to our software and just come up here and search for any company. You can search for Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, whatever company that you're familiar with. I'm going to search for Tesla. All right? And there you go, Tesla. And the way we distinguish the two is, these are companies, publicly traded companies, but Tesla as a company also buy into stocks. These are what we call insiders, right? So since we are looking at a publicly traded stock, then we will look at under companies and select Tesla. Once you selected Tesla, there's a secret button right here called Yahoo Finance Chart. View Yahoo Chart. This is the place where you click to open up the chart. All right? And once you open up the chart, the rest as per the steps already. Okay? So I will show you until this point in time, and then I'll do one quick refresh, and then we need to go on to the next module. I've copied the settings in Yahoo chart as you have shown. However, I get other visuals for the volume, date, time. Could you show once again the settings? It is exactly just like that. I don't know why you guys are all stuck in this thing. You guys are making your charts too complicated, all right? So there's only this thing here. That's the only thing. The 4 selected blue. And I got no other indicator or anything. If you have any other indicators, it will be shown at this place here, right? So go and click to close it. Mine, there's only one thing, Dow Jones Index. That's why it's a clean chart. If yours got too many things, maybe in the past you put a lot of things inside there and yours kind of messed up, all right? Okay, so quite straightforward. Got lost on the platform first place. What do you mean by you got lost on the platform? Can you all be specific? Do you mean spiking.com/wealth? Yeah, just go to spiking.com/wealth. You're just right there. I don't know how you get lost. All right, go right there and then on the top just search for Tesla. Do you trade after market hours? So the strategy part we'll cover later on, Ryan. All right, so this is the part. It's not about the before market hours or the after market hours. The whole concept boils down to this. We enter before a spike. This must be your whole thinking. Doesn't matter whether it's after the bell or before the bell, post market or pre-market. Doesn't matter all this. All that matters is we enter before a spike. That should be the correct question you ask. All right? So if you understand that you have to enter before a spike, then those hours doesn't matter anymore. What matters is the catalyst. Okay? Good. Any other question over here? One last refresh. Short-term trading. What happened is spike down, sell immediately, not moving. So this part, the strategy part, we'll cover later on. So there's only 3 directions of the stop price. It can go up, down, or sideways. Now we deal with the up first. We also deal with the down and the sideways later on. All right. Next, under Tesla, you have companies and insider. What is under insider? So I don't know. You guys are all jumping the gun right now. I'm just on the module 1, long-term investing versus short-term trading. Don't jump ahead. Your questions should be directed with what I taught you so far. All right. Ting Lam, why you use a logarithmic chart? Because the logarithmic chart will ease out, will round up the chart to make it look really, really beautiful. So for example, over here, all right, this is a Dow Jones. You can see the distance between 5,000 to 10,000 is this tall. And then the distance between 30,000 and 25,000 is this short. It is not equally distributed. So logarithmic, make it this way so that the chart display in a very beautiful way. So let's say I were to take away the logarithmic linear. All right. If you are looking at a linear chart, look at it, where the intervals of 5,000 is equally spaced out. But you look at the chart, you can't study much. It's too static already. You can't study much. So we have to study what everybody else is looking at, which is a logarithmic chart. So I'm going to change it over back to logarithmic. Then you see generally over time, the stock market is on the climb up. Okay? So really, really beautiful. And let me just go back. No questions from Liz. Have learned how to draw using Yahoo tools. Okay, that's great. From James, since market is closed, so who is doing the trading and execution? So after the market has closed, the people doing the trading and execution, they are known as the market makers, all right? But you are not going to trade against them, because most of us in the world, we can't trade before the bell and after the bell. But the market makers need to prepare their bids and asks. So they are the one doing the trading. Some of the prime brokers are also trading after the market bell closes or the bell or before the bell opens. Those are institutional traders, all right? So don't worry about that part. Any other question? How many stocks are added in the US stock market each day? This is called a question of the IPO pipeline. In a bull run, there are many stocks waiting to ring the bell, all right? In a volatile market, like a high interest rate environment, there are much fewer stocks in the pipeline for IPO. So it's a question of market sentiment, market environment, all right? So one last refresh on module 1, and here we go. You can't find the price detail. Why you can't find the price detail? Your price detail is here. Right, so now I'm going to use this as an example. Please go and close up all of this thing on the right hand side. Make sure all of yours look like mine. Don't have all this distracting thing, right? Close up all the unnecessary things on the left, on your right, on your indicators, all that. Go and get rid of them, all right? Make sure it looks really clean. So the price details are here, and this one we really do not know, so please go and get rid of it, and you free up your space, all right? That's good. One last check. What were the settings you used for the Dow Jones chart? Very strange. I keep repeating myself 4th time already. All right, so you all have to play your part, all right? I already shown you all the settings, the four ticks already, and please do that. And the next one, can I say that Spiking AI collects all the announcement over time and use algorithm to predict the spike? We do more than just collect the announcement. One of the most important work that we do is really cracking the holy grail of how to track every single money manager on planet Earth, which is a very difficult work to do, all right? Now, if you cannot solve that part, you can't even deploy your artificial intelligence. So I'll share with you much more of how we built the product over the next 2 days, all right? So let me cover the first part here. Good to know about improvement the robot has made. All you want to catch was what the robot didn't manage to catch it. It's not that the robot didn't manage to catch it, John. It's that you didn't play it. The robot did show you. The thing is, the robot is showing us every day. Whether is it a big spike or a small spike. So it's a discipline to follow through, all right? No other question from Layong? Okay, good. We are done on module 1-1, and you can see it's pretty intense. Just on the very first module, we covered quite a number of good questions you guys are putting forward. Now with that, then we go into day 1 of module 1-2. Right now we are at day 1 of module 1-2, analyzing risk and reward in short-term trading strategies. What are the risks and reward in short-term trading strategies? Here we go. I want to use this as an example, and there are quite a number of examples in my mind that I want to showcase to all of you. So all of us, let's go to this particular chart right now and type in Meta on the top right hand corner, Meta. So one more time, I'm looking for Meta as a stock, META. I type in right over here, Meta, and I select the company Meta Platforms, which is previously known as Facebook. And this is the chart of Facebook, right? Again, we are looking at what? Maximum period, interval 1 week, no other changes, settings remain the same, right? So please go and get this done once and for all. Don't keep repeating the same query. Then we can progress. And this is the stock chart of Facebook. Why am I showing you this? And how did it get me evolve and involve on the conundrum of long-term investing versus short-term trading? All right, I'm going to use this classic example to demonstrate to all of us. And here we go. We go to right here. All right. And this is the day of the IPO right here, this candle. That was in the year 2012, in the month of April. Facebook went IPO. Okay? Now I'm going to do one thing a bit different. The interval of 1 week, I'm going to change it into 1 day. All right, so please follow with me. Change it to 1 day. And I'm going to drag it down to the same part, the day of the IPO, so that you can see exactly what happened on that day. Okay? You can see exactly what happened on that day. So step 1. This is the day of the bell. Okay? Now step 2. The highest price of the opening bell is at $45, and I draw a horizontal line, $45. Okay? And number 3, on the right hand side, when the price starts to go above $45, I drop my line, which is kind of middle of September, October. Alright? Which day 1 of the IPO is also kind of middle between May and June. Alright? Just think of that as the May. Now we want to calculate how many months it took for a condemned IPO that crashed on the first day of trading. Is a record for New York Stock Exchange and the Nasdaq. It crashed. How long it took for the price to break even? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 months. It took 16 months to break even. Okay? So I put it up here. You all can see it. Now what does that mean? It means that if you bought on day 1 of the IPO, and the very, very next day, the guy decided to crash for whatever reasons, all right? It crashed by 50%. It dropped below $20 per share. Right, you can see for yourself. Now, at this point in time, most people, what they've done is cut their losses and move on. Or they're so depressed they become suicidal. Or whatever, right? Why am I showing you this example? Because on this circle here, I was the largest retail trader of Facebook IPO in Singapore, the number 1 top trader. Even the bankers were talking about me because I bought a lot. And can you imagine the next day it crashed and been crashing until it dropped below until $15 per share. And I refused to sell. And I went through this journey, going through this volatility, up and down, all this hell, and took 16 months just to break even. What is 16 months? About 1.5 years, right? By the time I exited with a profit, I made a profit of 100%. I exited at a price of about $90 per share, which is still not the maximum profit yet. But again, it's a demonstration that how much pain can you endure? Everybody wave a hand and say, how much pain? Right? The volatility of going up and down, you say that you are in love with long-term investing, but can you handle the volatility of long-term investing? Because as it goes long-term, there are many, when you reduce the window, there are many ups and downs within a smaller time period window. So long-term investing is great, provided your capacity for pain is even greater. Because not every stock that you touch will just go up the next day. Some will go down, some will go sideways. Now, how do you handle those times? That's the reason why I wanted to show you this example here. Okay? Now, how does this example correlate with what I want to teach you right here? The risk and reward. How do we go about analyzing it in short-term trading strategies? We go back here and we put it back. All right? And listen very carefully. On day one, when I entered right here on the IPO, my view was I'm a long-term investor. Because back then they have not made any single dollar from mobile ad revenue, advertising revenues yet. And I believe that's the next big thing, right? But I didn't realize one very important thing, and that is this. As the price goes down, it's very painful to become a long-term investor. How many of you know what I'm talking about? Wave your hands right now. Yes, on day one you say you're a long-term investor, but the price dip went down. Can you still remain long-term? This is the struggle that everyone out there will go through. No one can run away from it. Okay? So what's the real risk? What is the real risk to me is when we don't even dare to invest to take the first step. That is the bigger risk than anything else. So the fact that you guys come to my class and say, teacher, I want to take the first step in investing. Now you've taken the very first important milestone step, because the biggest risk that anyone out there is facing today is when they have not started investing. That's an even bigger risk. Because why? They lost all the knowledge, all the experience, all the intuition, and all the wisdom related to investing. Number one. What's the second real risk? The second real risk is this. For whatever reason, life is never a linear straight line that goes to the moon. There'll be ups and downs. And in these ups and downs, what is the bigger risk? The bigger risk is you give up. So anyone who started trading or investing, they give up. Because for many reasons, they cannot tolerate the pain. They got distracted. Sometimes life just throw lemons at them and they have to do something else. The moment they stop, because of such an environment, that's an even bigger risk. They fail to understand and pick up the lesson of duress. That to me is an even much bigger risk. And what is the reward? If any one of you look at this chart and you can survive and say, nope, I believe in what I'm doing. I'm going to go through the valley of shadow of death. I'm going to ride through all this pain. And finally, I'm going to go up right there. You will survive what we call a very, very important description. It's called the baptism of fire. And once you experience the baptism of fire, you can do investing for the rest of your life. Many people can't because they have not gone through a baptism yet. They are only in when the day is sunny. When the thunder, lightning, and rain come, they are the first to run. They will not experience the baptism of fire. So you take into account this, and then what I want to do is this. I go back to the module. Here we go. Right here. Think about the risk and reward in short-term trading strategies. The pros and the cons. And you tell me right now, which is your homework, you tell me whether how do you justify your risk and whether how do you justify your reward in short-term trading strategies. I'd like to hear from you. This is a time you justify to me, and perhaps we can start off with this tweet. Justify to yourself the risk versus reward of short-term trading strategies. Okay? I tweet this out. You have 1 minute to complete this exercise. Here we go. Okay, we got some answers coming in, really good. This time you guys are warming up. You are responding much faster. I appreciate it. From Krishna, Krishna is saying that overcoming inflation, building capital, building and increasing financial value. That's good. Risk, cut loss. Risk, cut loss. Reward, make more money fast. So I'm going to hold this for a while, not really understanding what does Pinkett meant by cut loss. Is there a cut loss strategy that we're going to apply? I've not taught you guys yet, so we're going to leave this open. Profits. Yes, it's all about profits, whether it's long-term or short-term. But we're going to go into the detailed side of the profits. Next, take profits quickly to use on the next trade. Right? So that's where you roll the money. Any other feedback? The risk will be willing to lose or wait it out, and the reward will be increasing value of investment far better than before, right? From Nicola, the percentage are way over inflation and bank interest. So that's the benchmark. Profit taking versus time, yes. Definitely just invest based on the individual own risk appetite. Now this part here, which took me many years to also understand, what does it mean to invest based on the individual own risk appetite? Really, we really do not know what's our risk appetite. I just put it across to you guys. We really do not know what is our risk appetite. Now, a typical financial advisor of a banker or wealth manager will, ask you many questions, scenario planning, and based on your answers, they will make an assessment. Are you a high risk taker or are you a conservative? There are four to five different profile types of an investor. Much as you answered those questions, which is theoretical to me, you really do not know your own risk appetite until you start investing. How many of you know what I'm talking about? Until you really become an investor yourself. That's why those paperwork, let me tell you, is just full of crap. It's just to protect the liability of the banks. It doesn't serve any purpose to me at all. Because the real appetite, we would only know when we personally go through it. When our personal fear and greed got invoked out of our innate psychology, then and only then we say, wow, this is how much we can withstand, how much we can undertake. This is how I behave. All of you understand right now? That's why is it important, even before you take on any banking products out there, you have to do it yourself first. Then you can really enjoy the process and not shift the blame on someone else. All right? So if you have not gone through it, you really do not know what is happening in the marketplace, and all you do is do the blame game. Oh, this thing bad, everything is bad, except yourself. So take a step back. The journey that we go through the next 2 days is to understand one very big aspect of your own risk and reward appetite. Creating a legacy for my family. So legacy for your family, you correlate that to short-term trading strategies. Low risk, high reward. The risk is always there one. Whether it's high risk or low risk, depend on how you see it. We use the first example, module 1-1, to demonstrate long-term investing versus short-term trading, and then your balance between the two, all right? From Tatyong, nothing ventured, nothing gained with the knowledge learned and applied. That's good. From Philip, greater the risk, greater is the reward, all right? And last one, from Chong Sin Chong, sorry, your name should be Sing Chong. Not too sure, is it which first name and which last name? Only risk 5% of capital on each stock if money make marker go against me a whole till profit, target profit, all right? Now, thank you everyone for putting your fair comments on this part about risk reward relating to the short-term trading strategies. Now you start thinking about it already. And you can only think in the context of 3 great examples I've given you so far. Number 1, the Dow Jones Index over time is a 45 degrees chart. Number 2, you've seen within a 1 day 200% profit return. Let's just spike up. That's like 1 day out opposed to a 30-year period. And number 3, the journey I went through in my IPO on Facebook, right? So 3 extreme examples, long-term, 1 day, and a hybrid of the two, took me about 1.5 years to get out of that particular position. So you balance between these 3 time horizon, all right? Because right now you're still struggling with, teacher, how short should my short be? Is it 1 month, 1 quarter, 1 day, 1 week? How short should my short term be? So with that, I will bring on board the next important module. Day 1 of module 1-3, debunking common misconceptions about high profit trading. Debunking common misconceptions about high profit trading. Now on this example, I want to show you really a classic that happened in recent times. And all of you, please go and search for this article on your Google. It is called Berkshire Hathaway Decreases Stake in Taiwan Semi by 86%. All right? We're going to go and debunk this to answer this very important question. Is there a misconception about Warren Buffett's particular strategy into Taiwan semiconductor? Or what about high profit trading? Are all the money managers chasing a high profit? So how I'm going to teach you this is really, really challenging. I'll go back again to our software. First, you need to see with your own eyes what exactly is happening, all right? So I'm going to search for the company TSM, and which is shown right here. Ticker symbol TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor. Click on it. Okay? And go with me to step 2. Insider. Okay? Now, this is right now showing you who are the money managers buying in Q1. I'm going to click on this thing called Show Filter on the right. Click on it. And I'm going to select Q4. Okay. Q4, these are the people who bought into it. But I'm also going to select Q3. And the lead investor for Q3 is none other than Warren Buffett. Okay? This is his first investment into the company. You can see it's new. $4.7 billion. And we're going to click on Berkshire Hathaway name right here so that you can see exactly what I see. Click on Berkshire Hathaway right here. Bang! And what's going on right here? Q3, he happily went in to buy 4.7 billion worth of the stock. The next quarter, 3 months later, he sold off 87.59% of the stock. What went wrong? Now, if I don't show you this, all of you will live in the myth that Warren Buffett, once he buy, he never sell. That's utter nonsense. He's look at all his data, he doesn't. He's the fastest trader on Wall Street. All right. That means to say, even a long-term investor like Warren Buffett will have short-term mindset or short-term strategies. Please wave your hands if you understand this. Wave your hands. Confirm you understand this first. All right. Even a long-term investor like Warren Buffett will have short-term trading strategies, reacting to short-term environment. So, what is this short-term environment? I give you a hint. And this hint is really scary. All right? This was what happened yesterday. All you need to do is search for no-fly zone, Taiwan. This was just yesterday already, right? Yesterday, China imposed a no-fly zone into Taiwan for 3 days, 16, 17, and 18. Look over here, right? Now, every one of us were preparing for the war to start already. In a few hours later, they changed that statement. From 3 days, they reduced it to, I think, 1 hour right now. I'm not exactly sure who is telling the real truth or real fake. But these are the issues that kind of bombard Warren Buffett to rethink his thesis. Yes, the company is great, but the environment where the company is built upon in Taiwan is not that great. It could be bombed by China anytime. And this article kind of validates that information. You really never know what's going to happen to the relationship between China versus Taiwan, even though TSM is a great company. Wave your hands, confirm you understand this. That's the reason why. Why is it so important? Misconceptions about high profit trading. Was Warren Buffett going into TSM with a high profit trading mindset, yes. But the moment he spots something is wrong, he pulled out. He sold off 87%. Within how long? 3 months. Between the distance of quarter 3 versus quarter 4, that's 3 months apart, he made the decision. So, what can we learn from Module 1-3? There's no such thing as a one-track mind, and which we are coming to the real essence right now, and that is this. This whole thinking about long-term versus short-term, the best approach is a hybrid of both. And that's why it took me so long to really explain to you the foundational block. The hybrid of, yes, we have a long-term view, yes, we also have a short-term view, but the most important view is how fast can I take profit out of the market? But is the profit really the optimum profit? Now, you want an optimal profit, you invest over 30-year period. You sure win one. Don't have to bet. But can you wait that long? Can you tolerate the pain along the way, by the way? Can you handle the risk appetite? That's something every one of us will have to discover in our own investing journey, all right? So I hope I addressed some of the common misconceptions about high profit trading. It doesn't mean you are always on the short term or always on the long term, but you navigate as the market conditions change. All of you got it on this part? Just wave your hands. Yes? So this part is not so easy to teach, but I'll say it a few more times along the way. And of course, right now we're entering into day 1, module 2. We'll take a break before that. That is the next module. But I'm going to take a break. What I'm going to do right now is this. We've gone through quite a number of key issues related to the opening modules. Now, before we take a break, I want to make sure I have not left any questions unanswered, all right? One last chance for you all to clarify with me if you have any questions just on module 1, all right? All the things I taught in module 1, if you have any questions, please ask them right now. Let me create the tweet. Any questions on module 1 itself? Okay, so let me fire off this tweet, and here we go.
Tonight we're running on the right track. I know we never gonna look back. Oh, I just wanna have a good time. Call me whatever. 'Cause I'm up for anything like that. Oh no, we don't wanna do slow-mo. So tonight we just let go. To the beat in the streets, every freak out singing like. Singing like, party like, freaking out. To the beat, you will freak out. Singing like, party like, freaking out. To the beat, you will freak out. Singing like, where's the fun in doing what you're told? I don't mind even though I lose control. Oh, I just wanna have a good time. So call me whenever. 'Cause a night like this, it never gets old. Oh no, we don't wanna do slow-mo. So tonight we just let go. To the beat in the streets, every freak out singing like. Singing like, party like, freaking out. To the beat, you will freak out singing like.
Okay, time's up. Let's see any feedback or questions over here. I've seen quite a number coming in, so let's start with the first one from Krishna. Just want to express gratitude for your patience, amazing energy, wisdom, and enlightenment, and to have good nutrition and stay sharp. I boiled eggs and having good herbal tea. Okay, that's good. Today, I'm actually a little bit below the weather, but I think I should be fine really, really soon. That's because, right now when we start to travel frequently to different countries, the immune system kind of go down a little bit. But I found a way to kind of get back into action. Thanks for your feedback, Krishna. From Layong, teach you how to remove the sidebar on the right side of the Yahoo chart. The right side of the Yahoo chart is because of this button here. This is the one that creates the problem, right? You can open up and then close. So just make sure you tackle this guy with the arrow pointing left and right, all right? So go and play with it, open, close, and then the guy will disappear, all right? Any final question? I do my last refresh from Eric. To sum it up, we need to determine how fast we want to get our profits, and also we must be flexible enough to switch from long-term to short-term strategy. So you can either think in multiple directions, because what I'm really taking you guys through is the design of the strategy and the creation of a method that satisfies your ambition, right? And of course, over the 2 days, I'm a little bit biased because I'm sharing you my own personal method. But the direction is not unidirection. You can think from long term to short and short term to long. It can go either both directions, left to right, right to left. Or you can also tweak between risk to reward, reward to risk. That part we're going to deal with later on when we go into the live market, all right? But what I'm trying to share with you in this module number 1 is that you learn from all these great examples. You can talk until the cows come home. You can theorize, come out with your own concept, but nothing beats you completing the baptism of fire. How many of you understand what I'm saying? Just wave your hands. If you've never gone through a baptism of fire, go through the pain, you never understand one. You're just talking theory. So what is the most important is walk through the fire first. Take the step of investing. Then along the way, by the way, discover your own journey, your own innate fear and greed, all right? And it's much easier to be stretched if you hang out with really, really good traders out there. So what we've done on the software side of things, we got the best traders, everyone on the platform. Whether they are in green, in red, you see everything naked. Their entire portfolio is on our portfolio, on our platform, right? So that's how you survive through this period. Is Tabby okay? She seems restless. Now, Tabby is a very jealous cat. Whenever he observes that I spend more time with the students, he will start doing things to get my attention. So let's refresh. No other questions? Okay, very good. We completed module number 1. Time check. Right now it's 9:10. I take it as 9:15. And I'm sure you guys have many questions related to the logistics side of things. Please solve it during the break time, all right? Because after the break, we're going to come on. We're going to click some more buttons. We're going to play with the software. I want you to be very, really fast. And I'm really going at a very slow pace right now. If I do my normal pace, you're going to see like lightning speed. So slowly we kind of upgrade you to a much faster speed, but you have to play your part to start clicking around, wandering all the buttons here and there, all right? Time check, 9:15. We'll be back here at 9:45 sharp. Let the opening bell pass through, and later on I'll explain to you what's happening for today. I'll see you at 9:45. Thank you very much.
I'll try so hard to fade away, but something's forcing me to stay. It'd be easier for me.
2006, because all the banks had problems. But I do say that you ought to incorporate. Say, look, I'm concerned. Fortunately, the staff has a very good outlook on it. The people who are staff, I presume, are not